Hello and welcome to etcd community meeting. Today is May 14th and we have 3 topics on our agenda. Asking again if Silm thread is here so we can discuss it. If not, I think we can follow up after the meeting.
I think so. Usually, I don't know who added this topic to the agenda. We usually try to put our name.
Yeah,
I
agree.
This the person who added this topic in the call.
I believe the contributor is coming from China. I don't think he can join this call.
Yeah, but did he add it to the agenda? I know that
Yeah.
the time zone is not, or the time for the time for the meeting is not friendly with their time zone. But maybe
So anyway, let's take a quick look at what's the issue.
Yeah.
What's the issue he is fixing?
Okay. So my point was like, do we know what should we be looking here? Maybe.
Yeah, probably for 1 minute. Take a
Mhm.
look. The root cause when there are keys with this in DB, the recovery process panic before attach key to this is therefore for scenario described above. So I'm a little confused. My understanding this PR is adding a test case, but it also has some one check, is minor check on the hash kv command. So it's minor improvement, but I don't understand what's the difference between the change to the command and the test case. Yeah, let me add a comment. Okay, we can add comments offline. So if he contribute want to add a test case, it's totally fine. But why he update the command? But this minor change is also okay, but I don't understand what's the relationship between the change. Probably, Marek, you already reviewed the PR.
I think I had a quick glance, but I don't. I don't remember. It's half a year.
Yeah. Anyway, please let me request self review. Let me take a look offline. Okay, I'll add myself to review the list.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so going into the second topic, I assume the same author or not? Sorry, clicked it because the comment last time I looked at the comment, it was pointing out to same person.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my immediate think probably it makes sense to support defragmentation for the learner. Actually, I'm also thinking yeah, anyway, I think it should probably make sense. What do you think?
I mean, I think it's a question what was like the current state of the learner is that you need or why we need to defrag the learner is because users are running it for a long time. And what's the reason to have learner for a long time? Like there was I think recent issue to implement auto promotion at some point, which was the original plan for the learners to have to be a safety mechanism for growing the cluster, but learner, I don't know, or I don't have full context, and I don't remember if there's any use case of learner outside of
Yeah, I agree.
this case. So it's, should we implement a feature for maintaining learner, or should we just make learner not need maintenance because we automatically get nominate learners or
Yeah, I
auto?
agree. Yeah, I agree. Usually I don't see a real issue caused by the lack of the feature. Usually the learner shouldn't be a long-term status. Learner should be promoted very quick. So if the LCD class already run out of disk, run out of the quota issue, the user should resolve it before they add a new learner into the cluster. Yeah, probably this anyway. I don't think we have to add this feature. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I think here we can just write, as there is no proposer or the topic, I can just write a comment directly. I think that's good enough. Okay, moving next, the 3.7 release. I wanted to propose the next, not impacting how we cut the final release. I wanted to propose a first milestone, which is snapshot what we have. So other projects like Kubernetes can start testing both client code and server code, start running scalability tests on it, so we can understand the unknown unknowns. So if there is a regression, if there is a performance issue, that will give us signal early. Is there any comments on that?
Yeah, roughly. Yeah, the only I'm going to create the 37-bit tag soon, or I suggest we finish the Google ProBuffer change first and then create the tag later.
I mean, depends on how fast you want to prioritize. I think we can deliver the cleanup pretty soon, but I'm thinking whether do we need to block on it. By beta, I don't want to propose a separate branch. I don't want to propose anything outside of having a tag on the repo and releasing an image. And my criteria for beta is we don't need to have all features, but we want to have the most important ones done. So to give understanding to users how the release will look like and how 3.7 is different. For me,
Okay.
release candidate is something that we should minimize breaking changes from release candidate. We are saying we are now soaking the release and fixing back, going from feature development to fixes and testing, testing and or soaking it. So I personally, I don't think there is anything wrong with with releasing beta and doing the proto cleanup later, even if there's a change of the pointer or something, because beta doesn't have, let's say, guarantees. But as a user, I would not want to have breaking changes on or heavy breaking changes or release candidate, assuming, and here I mean client side changes
Okay.
that I would need to
Okay. Okay, just quickly, briefly, just 2 quick points. Comments. The first, I'm not strongly against create the beta tag now. I'm not strong, but secondly, I would suggest to finish the Google Browser change first. I just probably 2 or 3 weeks efforts left. Yeah, if we create beta, I believe after we finish the Google the change, so all the tests we done on Kubernetes side or whatever side. So probably we need to redo the test.
Yeah, we have several people with hands up.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know the order. I had.
I think
Ivan?
Josh is first and then me.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
see any other raise.
So 3 things. One is I'm in favor of doing beta 0. I think when we deliver the version of the protobuf cleanup, we should actually do another beta, because I think there's more likely to be a lot of breakage there that we don't necessarily anticipate. And it's better to do another beta at that time before we do the RC. The second thing is I still want to bring up the topic of 4.0, because again, with the protobuf cleanup, we're going to require everybody to change their client code for etcd if they're using gRPC, etc. And if we're having a blanket change to client code across our whole ecosystem, it completely makes sense to call this 4.0, because that notifies people that they're going to have to make those changes.
I think on Kubernetes, I cannot speak for every, but I think we run Kubernetes tests and there is no breaking change.
There isn't any? Okay, well that would
that, because this is or that's my criteria, or that's my data point, and the reason is we are changing not the client library, we are changing the proto interface. So basically someone used proto generated by etcd in Golang but didn't use client for Golang, so we use just raw API, but Golang library for API, which is not a standard way to use not a standard API, or not something that we assumed users use.
Okay, if our users are not going to necessarily automatically have to rev our clients, then then it doesn't. Then we don't need to change the first digit.
Sorry.
The other thing is,
sorry, just a quick comment. Actually, based on the feedback from the Jordan, there's no impact on Kubernetes. Okay, this is the first comment. Secondly, yeah, I agree. It's indeed there's an API change, but we need to evaluate what's the change, what's the impact first.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will generate a complete API change list later.
Okay. And then I also wanted to say on behalf of Docs, we'll want to do some publicity around the first beta to get people to actually look at it, because normally people don't look at our betas. So let's coordinate that, so we make sure we get like a blog post and everything else.
That's good. That's great. That would be great.
Yep. Yeah.
Ivan?
So yeah, sorry, I also jumped into conclusions just like 10 minutes before the meeting, and I said I was gonna release beta tomorrow, but I guess we also needed to discuss this, so disregard my comment in the issue. I also vote for releasing beta. Right now, I feel like cutting the branch needs to be done when we do the first release candidate. At that point, we're gonna cut release 3.7, and it was basically the same when we did 3.6, and that basically does freeze on features. But I guess in 3.6 we never released betas, and I feel it doesn't harm if we release betas targeting the main branch, because it's very explicitly beta version. So I don't think we need to wait until we finish the protobuf cleanup. I agree with Josh that we can just do another or more betas as we need.
Okay. Any other comments? before we, or anything against releasing beta based on IBAN proposal
No.
or to do it soon.
Yeah. I might need until Monday to pull together some like posts and stuff about it.
I don't know if we have Siyuan or I don't think we have Siyuan or Fuad in the talk, but I guess we're 3 votes with releasing and 1 against.
Yeah, no, I'm not against release
Okay.
beta. Just please don't get me wrong.
Okay,
I'm not,
okay.
you
Sorry,
know.
I also wanted to make this democratic, as democratic
yeah.
and follow the press. But if we're all like, if we all agree to release a beta as we with the main branch right now, then I don't think there is.
Yeah, just to be clear, just we only release beta, not RC, right?
Yeah, no, definitely not RC. And as I said, RC requires a new branch, and I'm will try to finish some work that I want to have in the main branch before we can cut the release branch.
Yeah, so I think the main action, I think the main thing is to coordinate between docs and release.
Okay.
Or plan how that would look like.
Let's discuss, Josh. So I think it was also a little bit I shouldn't have said that tomorrow I'll be releasing. So what will it be a good date next week?
Yeah, so Monday or Tuesday. I mean, also you don't want to release on a Friday because you missed a lot of people in terms of the announcement.
Yeah, for me it's easy because that's the slot that I'm usually free. But
yeah, of course, we can package it tomorrow and just announce it on Monday or Tuesday.
I think let's not rush it. Let's not
Yeah.
rush it and let's do it on
Okay. Yeah.
Tuesday maybe. So yeah, we coordinate.
Okay.
So one quick comment. If we want to publish announcement, probably we can announce the 3.5 end of life together.
Yeah. When are we saying 3.5 end of life was? I didn't think we had a decision on when that was going to be.
Yeah, already I think when we release 3.6, we already agreed we'll extend 1 year, 1 year support. So it's already passed.
That's 3.4.
Tomorrow.
3.4.
Yeah,
sorry.
3.4. Yeah, 3.4. Yeah. Sorry, 3.4. Sorry.
Yeah, because I was going to say, wait, you and I were just having a discussion about this, and it wasn't determined for 3.5, right?
Oh, sorry. 3.5 is a separate topic. Generally I suggest we extend 1 year support after we release 3.7.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, I think we discussed that in the issue. I vote against, but then I changed my mind. I think I was the only one against it, but I think it's reasonable to have a 3.5 after we release 3.7 for 1 year.
Yeah, the reason is I believe some customers are still on 3.5. The reason is there are a couple of critical upgrade issue. So at least so the company the Broadcom is using the 3.5. They just released 3.6 this month. So the reason is there's a couple of upgrade issue.
Yeah, sounds good. So just to make sure I understood, we want to follow for 3.5 what we did for 3.4, which is add a year after the latest minor. So that would be 3.7. So that would be 2027.
2027.
And so for going back to 3.4, does that mean that 3.4, I even forgot, maybe it was 42 that we released last month. That was the last release, right?
I believe so.
Okay. Do we all agree, or do we want to deliver maybe the last with the last Go security patch? But I feel like we shouldn't.
I mean, we agreed that it will be in May. I
Okay.
think it's up to us.
Yeah.
Like we gave a year, it's up to us to
Yeah,
to be
I've been
direct. So I think it's whether you want to do it, Ivan. Like
Yeah.
Ivan.
Yeah,
If
I've
you-
been inserting stuff in we've got notices in the last two patch release announcements that EOL was coming. And in the last patch release announcement, we said this might be the last patch for 3.4. So it is up to us whether or not we want to include pending security patches in a 3.4 patch or not. We've warned
Unless
people
we-
either way.
So the other option will be we do a release on May 31st, and that's the last release for sure. And we announce it in the blog that that's the last release.
Sounds good.
Does that
Yeah.
sound also good with you, Josh? If we announce it,
Oh, it's
last
fine.
release is landing
I'm-
on May 31st.
I'm not the one who's going to be doing the work for patching 3.4 one more time. So I have
Yeah.
no objections, but I'm not going to approve it either.
No, yeah, but
Someone else has to do the work. So
yes,
they should approve it.
but my point is like maybe aligned with the docs guys, with you guys, and so we have a blog, and like
Yeah.
we all
say
know
yeah.
we were saying like it may be, and now we're gonna say this
Okay.
is gonna be.
Okay. So we're going to say in there that there will be one more security patch for 3.4.
At the end of May.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just for sake of time, I would want to move to the next topic, if we agreed or.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, Benjamin, if you wanted to say
No,
something
no,
else.
okay, no comment.
Yeah. Next topic, Jan Gundger. Are you in the?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Hi, Ian. Go for it.
Yeah, I ran into an issue recently. I was trying to do some testing with etcd, and I looked through the issue tracker. I found that multiple people had reported needing a similar sort of feature to be able to provide a listener to the embed version of etcd. So I just added an option to provide your own listener and have etcd not bind it itself.
Okay. Is there any? Can someone take a look and help Ian review the PR?
Yeah, so it's interesting.
It's technically a new feature, so it probably would need to go in a feature release. So I was kind of hoping it could get in 3.7.
I think the first thing that spots my mind, we would need to have a test, especially if
There is a
it's a
test.
new feature. Or you're saying this is, or this change is okay. Sounds.
Yeah, I added right there
Mhm.
The option to include it in the existing test matrix that's there.
Probably, can you clarify the use case first?
Yeah, so there were at least two different use cases that were reported in those two issues there. This person wanted to do graceful restarts. I honestly didn't really dig too deep into exactly what they were trying to do. Another person was trying to add some custom security to the connection. Again, I didn't really look too deep into it, but my use case is I want to include etcd in some tests that I'm writing. And if you have a component force binding a socket in a test, it causes a number of problems. If it's a TCP socket, then you basically the only way to do that is to use a port picker, and then you have a race condition, and your test is going to be flaky. You can, I think this does support Unix socket, which can work, but then you have to poll waiting for it to show up, and that's messy and it causes many kinds of failures to manifest as timeouts as opposed to a clear failure. So if you just pre-bind the listener and then give it to it, then none of these problems happen. And you can also do in-memory transports as well. That's actually one of the big things I wanted to do is pure in-memory, no host interaction transport for it.
Yeah, that definitely resonates now with me. Would be great. That sounds like a great story of the problems I encountered with our integration testing in etcd, because we exactly have this, I think, pretty similar.
Yeah. So in particular,
thing.
one of the things I'm trying to work on is improving the testing for the controller runtime framework. They
Mhm.
have this system already to do it with set up a Kubernetes API server and etcd and hook them all together, but it uses port pickers and it's slow and very problematic. So I'm trying
Sure.
to make that.
If you can put all this context in the issue, like in your PR,
Yeah, sure.
that would be very helpful, so that we know, like,
Mhm.
what is like your story, because like the issue that you pointed out in the thing, as they're closed usually,
Well, they're
because
closed because they're stale. Both of these
because
ones
no
just got
one cared.
auto-closed.
Yeah, because no one cared to solve them 5 years ago
Yeah.
or even longer. So I think if you have a new use case, and you
Mhm.
show that you will immediately use it because you need
Yes,
it,
I intend to immediately use this.
that sounds like a great story. I'm
But we are not going to backport to the stable release.
But we are going to release etcd, so we can merge it.
Yeah, definitely. I'm not asking for a backport.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I can take a look. Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Sorry, Josh, about running out of time. Do you have anything?
That's fine.
quick?
I just wanted people to know about this.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if someone wants to help Josh do Dassault, then
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. No, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and play with it, and well, assuming we get permission from Kubernetes to install it, and if it's helpful, then I'll come back to the community meeting and say, hey, maybe we should use this at etcd too. And if it's not helpful, you'll never hear about it again. So
sounds great. Okay, thanks for letting us know, and yeah. So ask Josh if you wants to help with that. But that's all for today's meeting. Thanks everyone, and have a great local time.
Yeah. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.